Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in. Don't have that long today because I gotta go to an appointment with my wife, and so wanted to pop in and talk to the fellas today. What men need to stop doing. I did one yesterday about what women need to stop doing, and need you to understand. You know, I'm all about balance, and we both have to work on ourselves, men and women. And I always say, you can't address everything in one message. You got to be able to speak to one issue at a time. And to the men, I really need you to think about this because we're in a sad state, as men, because we are looking up to, all we looking at is money. That's the thing with men. All you looking at is money. Whoever got money, that's why I keep telling the Lord, I'm like, Lord, let one of these tech projects I'm working on take off. Lord, let me be a billionaire. Let me Oprah a billionaire. I could be a billionaire. I said, Lord, let me be a billionaire. Because when you got money, just even 100 million now, when you got money, people all of a sudden listen. I listen to people with money. They ain't got no more sense than anybody else. But with men, we think money is everything. And that's what we put all our focus on. And that's why so many men lying to women talking about, oh, I need to get my finances in order. I need to get my finances in order. And you will ignore a man who got sense, who is talking to you, and listen to a rich idiot just because you feel like money is the answer to all your problems. And that's what your main focus is. Guess what? You got to understand, as a man, it's about your character. It's about your integrity. Because what you don't understand is that the men who seem successful, who may have a nice car, may have a big house, may look like they worth a lot of money, a lot of those men crying at night. A lot of those men got to stay on the illegal, got to stay on the bottle. A lot of those men, they have money, but they don't really have prosperity because they don't have peace. And I'm here to tell you, as a man who is married and faithful to one woman, I'm here to tell you that I know for a fact P. Diddy ain't got the peace that I got. He got more money than me, but he don't have the peace and the prosperity that I have. When you don't have a wife, because I've been a man without a wife. I've been a man who could lie down, who could sleep with 3 women in a day. As a broke man, okay? I've talked to men who got money who told me they slept with 8 to 10 women in a 24-hour cycle. I've been a man who done had plenty of women and didn't have money. And understand this, I know from having a little bit of money more than those where I come from, that money don't buy happiness. Money can buy you some pleasure, but pleasure does not lead to happiness. Pleasure leads to pain. And see, what money buys you, money don't really solve as many problems as it creates. It don't solve as many problems as it creates, because now everybody else's problems become your problems. So the one thing that a man can lay his head on is his integrity and his character. And I'm going to tell you this. If God made man and God made woman and God made the universe, then what is our role inside of the universe? To protect and provide for the universe and for our woman and our family, to reproduce. So the goal is to find your woman, to identify your rib, find your rib, and to love her the way God loves her, and then reproduce. And then make sure that you are growing as a man, and that you passing down to your sons and daughters the lessons that you had to learn to grow, that you pass it on to them so that you make the world a better place. You look at what we're going through in the world. As a man, you got the opportunity to raise the scientists who can find the cure for cancer or for whatever it may be. When you're in the midst of a virus going around, you got the influence to speak the life and to give the balance and the stability to a young man or woman to be able to become the scientist, to become the president, to become the judge, to become the lawyer, to become the police officer. But see, it starts with the man. It starts with the man. And the reason why I talk to women all the time is because that's who listens. Men, most of the time, we don't listen. So even this video will be disseminated by women. Women will be sending it to their sons, to their brother, to their male cousins, to their uncle, to their daddy, if he still ain't living right. It'll be women sharing the information. I'd be hard pressed to find 5 men that share this video with another man. But guess what? If you could be in that 5 men, then you go into the top 1% of men. And why, as men, do we not want to learn about the thing that really matters? You will sit all day long in a real estate investment class. You will sit all day long focused on making money. How you could get into a marketing company, multi-level marketing company, and make money. You will sit all day long watching ESPN, watching sports. You sit and don't want nobody to bother you for 3 hours to 6 hours watching football, basketball, or MMA or boxing. MMA start showing fights at 6 p.m. The title fight is at midnight. Don't get done until 1 o'clock in the morning. You will sit there 7 hours watching MMA and won't spend 30 minutes developing your character. See, look, that's what the problem is. Now, and if you could get to that place, and we talking, one thing that men come to me about is when they lose their woman or when they need to make more money. Cause y'all, I don't show my life online. I don't show my life online. If you know what you're looking at, then you know what you're looking at. If you see something, you know what you're looking at. If you bump into me in person and you see my car, or you happen to see my house, then you know what you're looking at. So men come to me about, how can I earn more money? Or how do I get my woman back? But what about the ounce of prevention? What about, how do I develop my character, my integrity? A young man was texting me this week, getting ready for the NBA draft. And he was texting me this week and he was asking me questions about integrity and character. I said, wow. Young man of God, early 20s. I don't even know if he's 20. 21 maybe. And I say, that's what we need more of. Lord, use him, Lord. Use him, Lord. Give him a platform. Give him a platform. Because see, what we start to do, when we get money, we forget God. When you broke, busted, and disgusted, sleeping in your mama guest room, you talking to God all night long. Lord, it just ain't right. It just ain't right the way the world is. You crying, you talking to God, you got all the prayers in the world. You get a little bit of money, you get a little bit of success, get that raise on that job, you forget all about God. God? How you spell that? You forget how to spell, you forget the name of the Lord, and then what you want to do? You want to go sleep around. You want to take your little wealth that you done got, barely rubbing 2 Benjamin Franklins together, and now you want to go use that to pull up on an old lady, pull up on an old woman, and It's like, really? Come on, man. Take that and build wealth, but build real prosperity with your woman. Listen, 2 always gonna be better than 1. But see, 3 could destroy everything. Because now you add a 3rd leg. Now, think about if you ever seen somebody with 3 legs. Why the Lord gave you 2 legs? Why the Lord gave you 2 arms? Why the Lord gave you 2 eyes? Gave you 2 lips? Gave you 2 ears? Now add 3. Your side woman. Your little side chick. The woman you cheating with. Add 3 to any one of those things I just mentioned. And look how awkward that's going to look. See, when the 2 become 1, that's where your power is. That's where your favor is. And see, that's what men don't realize. And understand this. It ain't hard to pick no wife. It ain't hard to pick a wife. You know why? Because her DNA is coded by a man. She comes from a man. So a man speaks the language. A woman could be a savage. But if you love her right, you recode her heart. So men walking around with analysis paralysis, so afraid to jump the broom, so afraid to pull the trigger, afraid that they're going to choose wrong. No, if you choose right with yourself, meaning if you have integrity as a man, if you become a man, then everything else going to flow from there. My wife could be the absolute worst woman in the world. But because I am a real man, I'm able to speak to her, speak life to her, hold her accountable. When I see some bull, I can call it out. And guess what? Because she is created to be with a man, she will hear the sound of the voice. It's even women who like women. If those women who like women had a father to speak into their life with love, and a boyfriend, fiance, husband to speak into their life with love, you know what? I believe their nature will change. They'll be like, oh, I thought I was born gay. Oh, not no more. Got to go. But guess what? When I coach these women, what I notice is that they had a father. A lot of times they had a father who talked to them like a boy, who raised them like a boy, who treated them like a boy, who dressed them like a boy. And he wanted boys. So instead of speaking to the queen in her, this is what I see most often. And then on the other side of it, what I see when I'm coaching women who like women, who date women, they went through man after man. They had an absent father in a lot of cases. Then they went from man after man who violated them. Yes, violated them, abused them, mistreated them. And then they come to the point one day and they say, you know what? Men do not love me. Men do not respect me. I'm going to deal with a woman because at least I understand a woman. I have met so many women who dealing with women, and it's literally not because they were born gay. Some say they were born gay, and I can't argue. I'm not arguing with y'all. But from my work and my studies, they was raised gay. Life turned them that way. And I see it all comes from a man. A dad who was absent or was present, but doing it the wrong way, or men who took advantage. And I say, wow, that's what I see to be 60 to 80% of the time. That other percentage, that may be something else. They'll talk about that with God and what he created and how they was born. I'm not on the judgment seat. But what I'm noticing is when a man does not pick up his place in the world, when a man does not operate in his role in the world, it upends progress. It upends society. The same thing that I see with a lot of men. When I'm dealing with men who have been turned over to a reprobate mind, or men who at whatever age decide, hey, I want to be a woman now, or hey, I want to deal with men now. When I'm dealing with these individuals, talking to these, coaching these individuals, these men, their father was absent, or their father was too busy, or their father had the same spirit, or they were just left just to women. And so what will happen is they're around 3 sisters and a mom talking about this guy cute, that guy cute. Oh, I'm sleeping with Jerome now. Oh, I'm sleeping with Todd now. And so the guy's sitting there, and so next thing you know, he looking at the men that the women looking at, talking about the men that his sister's talking about. So his whole DNA starts to rewire, recode, and now he into men. But it really comes from the absence of a presence of a man. Now, I know if people going to be arguing about, oh, this and that, born this way, that way, and that's your argument. That's not what I'm here about. I'm talking about my work and what I'm doing, the studies that I'm dealing with in the trenches, where I'm seeing where men drop the ball. It produces confusion, abandonment. Boys and girls are lost, are hurting. They feeling in the dark because their father was not a stand-up man. Their father was not a real man. Their father did not address his pain. See, their father didn't want to go to mymentor.life and book coaching. Their father didn't want to do that. Their father didn't want to go to a therapist or a counselor and sit and work. The father didn't want to open the Holy Bible and sup with the Lord. The father didn't want to do that. He was lost. He was wallowing in his pain. Listen to me. Don't be that man. Don't be that man that leave your sons and your daughters out to dry. Leave them in the cold to freeze to death because you don't want to step up and do right and be right. You as a man got to grow. You as a man got to look yourself in the mirror. When I get off this video today, I'm finna walk with a new confidence everywhere I go. I'm finna walk like I own this here world. You hear me? Because I live in the South. You hard pressed to meet a white man that ain't prejudiced in the South. I don't care if he flipping hamburgers, he think he better than me. If he flipping excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What do you need? Ketchup. Here you go. But you know what? I'm finna walk around like I own this here world with a new confidence. You know why? Because I'm finna look in the mirror and I'm gonna say, you know what? Ain't nothing finna hold me down. Ain't nothing finna stop me. I'm not finna let the devil stop me. I'm not finna let racism, discrimination stop me. I'm calling it out. I'm voicing it. I'm going off. I'm poking my chest out. I'm walking with my head up. And I'm finna move with confidence, with faith, with diligence, with intensity, tenacity, everything. Abundance, favor, integrity, character. That's how I'm finna move. Listen to me. Listen to me. My whole life has changed when I accepted responsibility for my role in this world. And when I tell you that my life has gone up in every area of life, in every aspect of life, that my life has gone up. Every aspect of life. I'm like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. I mean, love, finances, health, mental peace, spiritual peace, prosperity in every area. My son's flourishing. My son's flourishing. To see my oldest son, 13 years old, Still, straight A's, no A minuses. Since the 4th grade, just finished the 7th grade. The only boy to do that. And it's like two young ladies, or one young lady. They got 70 kids. It's 2 people in his school that has gone through 4th grade through 7th grade, straight A's, not even an A minus, to see my son flourishing. So I know that make you think like, oh, well, that all he do is study. No, my son be on Fortnite and Call of Duty every day. He study equally, but he be on them games too. He live a normal lifestyle. He coming in here, won Fortnite, number 1 in the tournament. All the 70 people, 100 people, number 1 on Fortnite. You know, the big game. Y'all know about it, the fellas. 2K, dogging people. I get on there, he beat me by 50. You know, and I got an Xbox in my office right here that I be practicing on. Then he play elite soccer, traveling, start on the team, play the whole game. Coach can't even take him out. Coach take him out, the other team start scoring. You hear me? Good. His whole team respect him. Finish the game, we walk into the car, other parents, other dads coming up. Hey, man, he's amazing, man. He plays a lot of heart, man. Your son's amazing. He want to play pro. So listen, listen, my wife, she amazing. But you know why she amazing? Because I'm amazing. She can't be amazing if I'm cheating and I'm yelling and I'm cussing and I'm dogging her out. She can't be amazing. She amazing because I'm amazing. Everything, what you got to realize is the oil flow from the head. I'm amazing because I serve an amazing God. Oh yeah, I could say that. Because see, Proverbs 7:1 say, with the knowledge of the Lord comes a strong confidence. Don't think this arrogance, this confidence. Because humility is what got me on here doing this video for 30 minutes. That's humility. See, arrogance, I'll be just taking all my money, all my blessings, all my favor, everything, and just keeping it to myself. But see, confidence is rooted in humility. Listen to me when I tell you this. My wife used to have a quote that said, I want it all. I thought that was greed. But when I talked to her about it, she said, no, I want balance. Like, I want a happy marriage, and I want good kids. I want good health. I want to live a good life. I don't want to have money but not have love. I don't want to just have love and not have financial peace. I don't want to have amazing kids, but I'm looking broke, busted, and disgusted. I don't want to look absolutely amazing and my kid walking around in wrinkled clothes. She said, I want it all. And I was like, wow, guess what? Today, we got it all. Balance in every aspect of life. Got it all. Because I surrendered to God. And I walk with God. And I keep the commandments. And I live by those morals and those values that Jesus Christ taught, that the Holy Bible teaches. I live with those morals and those values. And it changed my life because, listen, it's foolproof. You can't go wrong. When you love your neighbor as yourself, when you are not coveting, when you're not backbiting, when you're not fornicating, when you're not committing adultery, when you're not stealing, when you're not lying, when you're not killing, listen, you cannot help but produce a good life when you are living as a good person. And that's what you got to understand. See, I'm jealous of no man. I got a client. He sent me a picture of a Bentley he bought his wife and a Rolls Royce Cullinan that he bought himself. I'm genuinely happy for him. I didn't get the picture like in my heart like, oh man, man, he coming up, man. Ain't he doing better than me? I ain't do that. I said, wow, woo, cause I can't get approved for no Cullinan right now. That's a $400,000 car. So guess what? I'm happy. I genuinely happy for that man. You hear me? You hear me? Guess what? No coveting. No jealousy. I'm not jealous of other authors. Listen, I done wrote about 20 books. And it'll be an author come up and write one book and go to New York Times bestseller list. I ain't been on the New York Times bestseller list to my knowledge. I believe I know if I was on there. Now, I done sold tens of thousands of books, but I ain't been on New York Times bestseller list to my knowledge. But guess what? I ain't jealous of nobody that on the New York Times seller list. Cause you know what? It don't define me. That don't define me. That don't matter to me. Because God got me. I'm blessed, happy, taken care of. I don't need man stamp. I literally do not need man stamp. Literally do not care about it. Because I'm blessed. So guess what? My heart is renewed. See, behind the scenes, okay, what you doing behind the scenes? Angela, what you doing behind the scenes? Angela, five finger. Yeah, guess what? I ain't with you. You by yourself in that lust. You by yourself. See, I had to renew my mind. What you doing? What you doing with your girlfriend? If you got a girlfriend, you got a wife. Are you cheating emotionally? Are you cheating physically? I ain't with you. I'm not there with you. That might speak to the difference in our peace levels. That might speak to the difference in our financial levels. That might speak to the difference in our favor. I'm not there with you. See, I had to renew my mind. I had to renew my heart. I had to renew my spirit. I had to change the way I move. And I move in the dark like there's a spotlight on my life. You know what I'm telling you? Let me tell you what a lady did today. Woke up today, a lady on my self-love you. You know, sometimes I have that shirt that say self-love-the-letter-u.com. It's also another domain for it is GaskinsUniversity.com. A lady that went and signed up on there. Paid $29.99 a month to take the courses. She'd have been on there 4 months. And now she gonna call her bank and say it's fraud. So guess what? The payment processor refund her all them $30. $30, $60, $90, $120. But on top of refunding her, they charged me $15. Now, you know, I can't go and, I don't even know the woman. I can't go and get that woman credit card and sign her up on my site. I would never do nothing like that. Because what that $120 going to do for me, it ain't going to change my life. So she went and signed up. Now she broke, or she got blocked on here. She could have been in the comments saying something crazy and got blocked. So whatever it is, either she broke or she got blocked. But either way, what she just went and did, guess what? That's going to be her harvest because that's what she's sowing. So now, what I'm going to do as a man with integrity? You know what I said this morning? I said, you know what? I'm going to write in there because I could respond to it. I'm going to say, although this was not fraud and this client, this student allowed this payment to be processed 4 months in a row, which proves this is not fraud, we will refund the student the payment without arguing this because she is obviously on hard times. That's what I'm going to do. See, integrity. Take the high road. Take the high road because I know God got me. I know God going to send a blessing. People be blessing me on my Cash App and I don't even ask for that. I watch some people videos on YouTube and they say, hey, my Cash App is in the description. My Cash App ain't in the description. It ain't in the description. One of my supporters, Caramel Kisses, that's her name, her YouTube name. She posts my Cash App for me. And people be blessing me on there. That's what God will do when you get in right standing and you get aligned for your blessings. You don't have to depend on, begging and borrowing and stealing and operating without integrity. God gonna bless you. So listen to me, my brother. Get your life right behind the scenes. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. Get your spirit right. Get your wife and treat her like a queen and serve God, and your life gonna be forever changed. Hey, this Tony Gas. I got to go. God bless you.